Hi, I'm Marty Jalove, and today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about why you shouldn't wait for those words, "I'm sorry." There's two reasons why you shouldn't wait for those words. Number one, they may never come. And number two, if they do come, it's not going to be enough. It'll never feel complete until you do something on your own. It's important to realize you can only change yourself. You can't change other people. You can show them the path, you can point them in the right direction, but you can't make them take that path. More importantly, and more difficult to understand, is that other people can't change you. They can only change themselves as well. They can do something to make you react, but your reaction is within your control. You're the only one who can change yourself or determine how you're going to react to a certain event. So let's say somebody hurts your feelings. Could be a spouse saying something that upsets you. Could be a coworker taking credit for a project you two worked on together. Or it could be a complete stranger just bumping into you rudely at a restaurant. No matter what it is or who it is, it's something that upsets you, changed your emotions. Now, there's a few different ways you can react. Number one is with anger. You can say, I'm going to teach them a lesson. I want to make them feel the same way they made me feel. Or you could be sad and say, gosh, maybe I deserve this. I'm not a good person. Or you could be fearful. You could say, oh my gosh, if they don't accept me, then I'm never going to have them as friends, and I need them as friends. All of these reactions are the wrong reactions. You're allowing other people to affect you and change you. Remember, you have control over yourself. You have control over the way you respond. Okay, so what do? How do we find our path to happiness? Number one, forgive them. Let it go. Remember, you can't change them. So all you can do is change yourself. So first off, let go of that feeling. Okay? Whether it's done to you on purpose or an accident, let it go. This is the hardest part. But once you forgive the person, the weight comes off your shoulders and you immediately stand straighter, stand taller. You feel better about yourself. Now you're going to hear a lot of people say, forgive and forget. I don't believe in that. I believe in forgive, but don't forget. Instead, learn from the event. Learn from what happened to you. That's an important thing. Maybe you sit back and you go, have I ever acted that way? Have I ever hurt somebody's feelings without even realizing? That's a great lesson to learn. Number two, you say, could I have done something maybe to not put myself in that position? Now, I'm not saying take blame, not at all. Remember, you don't have control of the other person. They did something to hurt your feelings. They did something to upset you. That is on them. But you can remember, you don't need to put yourself in a position where these types of things happen to you over and over again. That's an important lesson to learn. So remember, forgive, but don't forget. The next question you've got to ask is, do I want a relationship with this person? Or do I need a relationship with this person? Now, it could be a spouse where you're going to say, yes, of course, I want this relationship to work and I want it to thrive and I want to move forward. It could be a coworker where you're saying, I don't really care so much about the relationship outside of work, but I need a relationship in work. Or what if it's a person's a complete stranger? You don't need a relationship, you don't want a relationship. That's what you've got to determine, is where do you want to go? Let's say it's someone you don't want a relationship with and you don't need a relationship with. Maybe it's just somebody in a restaurant that bumped into you, walked by. You know what? The easiest way, let it go. It's not up to you to teach them and change them and show them the right path, because you don't know if they're ever going to change. Instead, just let it go and get on with your life. It's so much easier that way. Don't dwell in anger. Don't dwell in fear. Don't dwell in sadness. Move forward. So yes, we want this relation to go forward. Someone close to us, someone that we need in our lives, hurt us. So what do? We have to walk up to them, open up our hearts, be vulnerable to them, and say, this is how you made me feel. You did something to upset me. Now, this is sometimes very difficult to do, but it's so important. If you're in a relationship, you want that relation to grow and blossom. And the only way to do that is through that type of honesty. So you walk up to them and say, the action you did, the thing that you did upset me in such a way. You give them the opportunity to explain. Now, once you've given them that opportunity, the ball is in their court. Remember, you can't change them. You can't tell them how to act based on their answers. You're going to know quickly if this is a relationship that's going to work, if it's a relationship that's going to continue to grow. You can tell them, this is how you make me feel, and this is how you continue to make me feel. And the fact that you don't understand or empathize with me bothers me even more. Quickly, you will find out if that person wants to continue a good, growing relationship with you. Any way you look at it, you never know what's going to happen unless you step up and ask for that I'm sorry. Go after the I'm sorry. Go after the understanding, the empathy. You'll never know what's going to happen until you do it. If you really want to get on the path to happiness, do a couple of things. Number one, don't let your emotions take control of yourself. You're in control of yourself, not your emotions. Don't let them affect you. Number two, forgive them. You don't know what's going on in their life that made them do something to you. Could have been an accident, could have been on purpose. It doesn't matter. Forgive them. Let the pressure off of yourself. Stand up taller. Be stronger. You will feel very, very happy. Now, if you want to, and it's important to you, then go to them. Share your feelings. Try to get understanding and empathy. But that's not what's going to make you happy. True happiness is found by forgiving them, not waiting for I'm sorry.